Hey Virgo, December reading for you. Before we get there, let's just look at the end of November. A bigger decision was made, something that you really feel the weight of, something that you feel pretty good about. It does have this energy of being important and consequential, but it became very clear for you in November what the right thing to do was, what the best and most virtuous thing to do was. The Ace of Swords, the Justice card, it might have just came through to you like, okay, now I can finally see this all clearly and really make a decision that's going to serve me and bring me to the next place in my life, bring me up a level emotionally, personally, or professionally, whatever it is. But you made some decision. Maybe it was to go somewhere at the end of November, beginning of December, for you Virgo. Could be just literally had to take a trip around this time frame. It's like the holiday time of the year. So that's the time of year I'm putting this to, or like late November coming into December. Remember though, time and energy on these are fluid, so we'll clear it up and see what else we can get from that. For the cards for December, so let's put this from around the 4th to the 24th so far. We've got the King of Wands, we've got the High Priestess in reverse, and we've got the Ten of Wands, Ten of Swords, my bad. So the King of Wands, you could be dealing with a Leo or a fire sign as you enter the month of December in a bigger way and get into the bulk of the month. I do see very boss energies coming through in this reading, just like a lot of fire sign energy too, Aries, Leo and Sagittarius. Now it doesn't have to be, but it is the energy of assertiveness. I see you wanting to be very willful, very in control of a situation. You want to sort of strengthen your position in some sort of a situation, be it work or even in a relationship. However, your intuition is blocked on something here, Virgo, in the month of December. We'll clear it up together and look at the cards coming through for you and see what else is coming out. But there is something that's trying to get through to you, like a message that you're not quite seeing clearly. Your gut instinct is trying to tell you something on this, or your subconscious may be speaking to you and it's being in some way suppressed, okay? But the Ten of Swords is saying like, well, you're going to reach a breakthrough on this one way or another, whether it's a case of reality cashing up on you or something like that when you weren't expecting it, Virgo, or that you are reaching some sort of a breakthrough. The swords are mental suit, so something to do with some sort of a mental breakthrough or something. I believe those, like, think about it like this, the Ace of Swords, something became very clear to you recently. This will be the same kind of nature of like other swords of truth potentially coming through. By the end of December, heading into January, it seems like there is a possibility for you to be mediating something, probably coming through as some sort of a friendly help here for somebody. We'll clear it up. Potentially it'll be with a water sign. The Five of Wands and the Emperor, there could be a little conflict at work, like just a little drama, competition, trying to kind of beat each other to the finish line on something. Friendly competition in work, it could get a little heated. Nothing too serious here, but I do see something work related coming up where you are feeling a little bit of pressure. Maybe it's pressure to impress the Emperor here, or whoever that sort of figure of authority is. Hey, it could even just be yourself, Virgo, like you're setting your standards high to really impress yourself on something this month. I think we should look at these cards together for December. It's an interesting spread, looking at Justice, Ace of Swords and the Two of Wands. So we might get a feel for what the nature of these decisions that you were making were all about, and maybe what became clear, Virgo. The Ace of Pentacles, that's great, and the Ten of Wands. So potentially the decisions that you were making were to align yourself with a new path, a new prospect. The decisions that you were making towards the end of November, going into December, yeah, were something about the path you're on at the moment and switching that up a little, changing the direction where you were going, switching up your plans. You see like that there's something that feels more aligned for you. The Ace of Pentacles, opportunity that comes up for us. Now that doesn't always have to be like necessarily we think of a job opportunity or an opportunity to make more money. It's an opportunity in our life where we can choose another direction or change the way we were going. And this seems to have been what came up for you. It could have been about relocating. Should I stay in this situation? Should I go? Will I leave or whatnot? The breakthrough that you had seems to have been around a 10 of Wands sort of situation. There was something that you were aware of that was becoming too much to deal with, too heavy of a load to carry. And you were, it's this energy again, like similar to the 10 of Swords, the 10 of Wands. We're going near the end of a cycle here. There's not much more you could carry here without collapsing. What's one more sword in you at this point? It's just going to be as hard to get back up mentally from this sort of a situation of defeat. So you're feeling like, okay, I've reached my breakthrough here. I'm like, this is just becoming too much of a burden. Sometimes these burdens can feel like conversations, they can feel like workloads, they can feel like duties, they can feel like even just being constantly worried or like not really living very truly in this sort of alignment I see here at the bottom of the deck of the Hierophant and the Sun card, like being like true to what you say, true to how you say it, standing in your truth, shining in your truth. Like, yeah, maybe not everybody will agree and you think you could be kind of like off the wall when you say certain things or find it a bit wacky or, explosive or shocking, but you're maybe standing in your truth. It does seem like that's where you were kind of trying to get closer to at the end of the month by making some decisions about where you needed to be, what you needed to be doing, what you needed to be saying. The King of Wands, the High Priestess in reverse, and the 10 of Swords. So this looks like what's coming up around December, some of these themes. What's going on here? Ten of Pentacles, which is Mercury in Virgo. Some of you may have that placement also. And the Judgment card in reverse. So both of our major cards for the month of December reversed at the moment. So they're coming through as something that you're kind of trying to work through maybe, or you feel the energy of like, okay, there's a challenge here that I'm kind of like overcoming. Another 10, right? So we've got 3 10s in the reading now. It is end of a cycle. So the energy of December seems more about wrapping up rather than new beginnings. It seems a period of closure, of completing, of ending a cycle, to begin again when the time is right and ready. So the 10 of Pentacles, money issues may come to the forefront or some important family matters in the month of December. That's probably likely around the holiday period. You're also potentially going to be faced with talking about more serious family matters, even things to do with family business, family inheritance, these kind of things where, everybody's pretty busy here and, someone's in the front, they're like, I'm not listening, I'm just playing with the dogs. Yeah, sure you are. You're taking it all in over there. That's what I'm seeing. It's like kind of everyone's listening, everyone's all putting in their 2 cents here in the family situation. You do come through as a leader in the month of December, and as the month draws to a close, you want to take a back seat and retreat and maybe just be looked after, Virgo. But for the month of December, the bulk of it, after we finish that, well, another thing I should mention to you guys, there was an eclipse, partial lunar eclipse on the 19th of November. We are having a solar eclipse, new moon, on the 3rd or 4th of December, depending where you are. Meanwhile, I said this is the ending of this is the tone of endings and cycles coming to a close with all these 10s. It could be that there is the glimmer of a new opportunity or a breath of fresh air or something coming through around the 3rd or 4th of December that you notice. So if you're interested in the personal astrology like that for you, where I'll detail the transits and how they'll directly be affecting your sign and what parts of your life, head over to my video that I'll leave in the description box below here on the December astrology. Oh, Virgo, it just started to snow. I'm looking out the window here and recording from New York. Let's see if it sticks. It only stayed around about 5 minutes yesterday. So back to the reading. you're coming through as a leader here and having to take control of, maybe it's other people's monies or other people's coming to you and asking for advice, okay? The High Priestess in reverse, the Judgment card in reverse, 10 of Swords. There is a fear here, Virgo. It's I can see the fear here. The High Priestess is not trusting in our intuition. So sometimes when we're not trusting in our intuition, and the bottom of the deck, the Two of Swords, blindfolded, not listening to the inner, or trying really hard to listen into the inner. Sometimes you can really find harmony in this card, but with these cards together, I'm thinking it's a bit more of a blindfold, like la 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 la. The High Priestess and the 10 of Swords. Okay, in reverse. Not listening to intuition, so there is more possibility that you're listening to anxiety instead, or fear, so not getting truth at that time. If the intuition is blocked, okay. And the Judgment card in reverse. This was the need to face up to something or challenge yourself to do something, go after something. This was the call to get this a second chance, but it reversed. It tells me that you hold yourself back potentially, or you've been holding yourself back from taking a chance on something you know on some level might be right for you or ready for you to take this step, okay? And it's important to answer Judgment's call when it comes up in our life as an archetype, when we feel that intensity within us to transform inwardly. That's the energy of Judgment. You know that this can't go on anymore. And then when it reverses, you say, well, I'm going to keep doing it. whatever. Try and stop me. The Knight of Cups, the Five of Wands, and the Emperor. So you go into this mode of a little more nurturing side of you. It's, let me see about this. It's nurturing, but I feel like you are headed into the lion's den on something, Virgo. Maybe you're not fully aware of how people are very feisty, and you're going in like, I'm going to sort this all out, and then it's like, feisty people, ooh, okay. There is somebody seems maybe that if this is resonating, you might see somebody come out on top of this. Could be a fire sign, could be just a strong personality. Let's see with these cards, clearing up the Knight of Cups, Five of Wands, and the Emperor. Nice. The Six of Cups and the Ace of Cups. Beautiful. Okay, so your cup is well received, or whoever this Knight of Cups is. Let's just clear it up real quick. Nine of Swords at the bottom of the deck. Maybe a breakthrough on these worries. The 10 of Swords becomes the 9. Something was cleared up for you. You got a text back. This person's looking at their phone, and now you're like, okay, phew, I don't need to worry about that. Okay, so let's see. Is the Knight of Cups Virgo? Does it look like this energy is coming through as another person? Does it look like Virgo's energy? I'm guessing another person now, just because the Moon card is telling me together that this sign is Pisces. That's mutable water, Pisces, the Knight of Cups, and the Moon card is the major associated. So you may be talking to a Pisces by the end of the month. They may have something to tell you. It seems like it all in the end, this cup comes through and we're happy about it. The Six of Cups, we're so happy we've reconnected with that person. We're so happy we're speaking. We're so happy we're catching up. This is going down memory lane. You could be going down memory lane with a water sign. I see Scorpio here. I see Pisces here. I see this, maybe Cancer, the High Priestess. But there might be just some sort of a like revisiting the past with, but it seems pretty happy. This is beautiful memory, or like a beautiful little connection that we got to share here, guys. Ace of Cups and the Six of Cups. Yeah, there's a real possibility for connection here. It does seem like somebody you've already spoken to. It's not coming through as a brand new person that you've never seen or spoken to before, like a stranger. No, it seems like somebody you have some sort of a connection with. Yes, that's where I'm going with it. And it doesn't look like the Knight of Cups is you now. In fact, it could be you coming through. Like maybe you have some Pisces in your chart, or a lot of water in your chart, like a water rising or moon, Virgo. But maybe you're coming through with some sort of a sweet offer for somebody. But if not, somebody's coming through with some water, some sort of water. Well, again, Knight of Cups, with some sort of an expression of water for you, like the Ace of Cups, like, hi, how are you? Like, let's catch up. How have you been doing? Would love to see you. Something like that. And it ends up being a really nice time. So that's great, something potentially to look forward to. Where does the Five of Wands and the Emperor come into this? What starts as potentially a bit of healthy debate or some sort of I don't know, you feel like with this person there was some sort of awkwardness or conflict before and it ends up resolving harmoniously. The Six of Cups and the Ace of Cups couldn't go better in terms of a catch up or reconnecting with somebody from the past that you want to. But initially there may be some sort of strife or awkwardness, tension. That's okay. The Emperor, something good with work might come through this month for you, just where you feel some sort of satisfaction or you're getting some sense of acclaim or recognition, Virgo. Another thing to watch out for before the end of the year. All right, that was going to be your general December reading. Take what resonates today and leave the rest